Henry, during these last four games, have you ever got the sense that any of your teammates or anybody, or as a team, that you've lost any confidence at all or down? What's the mindset?
Oh, I think we kind of kept the same mindset. We know that we have not performed at the level that we should be performing. And I give huge credit to the teams that we've played. Um, this is the best league in the country. I think years past, this league's been difficult, but this year it's a different monster. And so I'll give credit to those teams, and we haven't performed at the level that we should be performing at. But I think, we've kept faith, we've continued to work and do the right things.
You mentioned how hard the league's been. Auburn, they're like 15-1 right now. Just as you guys have watched their tape, just what has stood out to you about how they've been able to be consistently good throughout this challenging conference slate?
I think they have really good coaching, and they have really, really good players. I think they have the National Player of the Year. I think, Coach Pearl is a Hall of Fame coach. He's been, various places, but I think what he's done at Auburn has just been unbelievable, how he's created a culture there, not only with the players, but with the fans. And so I think, their culture is good over there. It's a winning one, and they're doing a great job. But we're excited for the opportunity tomorrow.
What stands out when you look at Chennai Broom?
I would say his consistency to getting better. I think, his first couple of years, he was a good player. He's always been a good player, but his consistency to get better each and every year and expand his game, I haven't seen really anything like it. And so, like I said, I think he's National Player of the Year. I think he's playing at a super high level. But we have to do our job tomorrow night and make sure that he doesn't, reach his points, rebounds, and everything else that he does.
Did you ever play against him before college in tournaments or anything like that?
No, I had. It was when I came here my first year. It was the first time I played against him, and like I said earlier, he's just become an unbelievable player.
Henry, how many friends and family will you have in the game tomorrow?
Oh, I'll have a ton. My parents are in town. My aunt's in town. My younger brother's actually playing tonight for University of New Orleans, and so they'll be here. And then I have a lot of friends, my roommates and stuff, who will be here. And just excited for tomorrow night. It's a great opportunity for the team and for myself.
Last time you get to go play at Reed, just when you look back at making the decision to transfer here, play for Buzz, just kind of all of it coming to a close, at least for home games tomorrow. Are you happy with the decision you made to come here a few years ago?
Yeah, there's no regret, none whatsoever. I think, how this team, how the coaching staff, the players here embraced me the first day I got on campus. It's humbling. It's because there's not a lot of programs that do that. And then the fan base and Reed itself, how we've seen it kind of grow over the last couple years. It's a testament to who coach is, the staff is, but also the players that have been here, and the success that we've been able to have. And so, I'm blessed for the opportunity to play in Reed. It's been unbelievable. It's just been, everybody always says that college goes by quick, and it went by really quick. But, Reed's been a super special place for me and for this team.
There's going to be 8 seniors recognized. What does it mean just to have such a large group together? And has it gone through? What do you think is going to go through your head when you step on the court?
First thing I hope is we beat Auburn. Second thing I think where everybody is, when that clock's winding down, it's just that the realization that you'll never play another game in Reed. I was actually just talking to Solomon, like, man, it's our last practice in Reed. I was like, I wasn't even thinking about that. And so you start going about this is the last this is the last that. And I think, none of us, those 18 years, I think, have any regret in what they've done here, how they've handled themselves, how they've handled their faith, their school, and basketball. None of us have any regret. We know it's been a blessing to play here. There's so many people within this community, the Bryan community, College Station community, and then nationwide that just would love to play in front of fans and play in Reed. And so I don't think I take any of that for granted. And I've had ultra gratitude in walking in there each and every day, whether that's practice, shoot around, a workout. I've had a ton of just gratitude within, and I'm thankful that I made the decision to come here.
Wade's getting really close to breaking the scoring record. As you look back, when you first got here, what were maybe some of the first impressions you had with him, or one of the first interactions that you can recall having with him?
Well, he was a lot shorter than I thought. But other than that, he's been an unbelievable player here. I think, him, how he handles himself, the pressure of it, he's been ultra elite at it. I don't think it's taken him out of his game. It hasn't taken him out of being a leader, being somebody in the locker room who's vocal, never been into his own feelings. He's been a person that has just truly changed his program, arguably one of the best to ever play here. And I think for him, it's just kind of a full circle for all the work that he's done, that he's this close to being the all-time leading scorer here. And that's just a numerical thing that, people will look back on, and this is what Wade did. But I think it's the people who are in the locker room, people around him will know that his impact and his leadership, his voice is way bigger than how many points he ever scored on that floor. And so for us, man, Wade's been a trooper throughout all of it, the highs, the lows. He's been somebody who's, been there every step of the way. And so hopefully he gets it. I think he will, God willing. But, I'm super proud of him.
Yeah, you've watched the whole rise. Was there a game or a moment early on that you realized, okay, this guy can really be something special?
I probably would go back to one of those SEC tournaments, my first year here. Maybe I think that Auburn game. It's kind of ironic, but that Auburn game we were playing in the SEC tournament. I was just like, this guy's never met a shot he didn't like, and it's almost weird. I've never played with a player like Wade, and so I'm sitting there. I'm like, this guy's 2-3 steps in front of half court, and he shot it. I'm literally watching the ball go in. I'm like, he's 18 years old doing this. I was only a year older than him, but I'm like, this guy's got something different. He's got a mantra about him that's just he knows he's short. He knows that, he's not the fastest guy in the world. He's not the most athletic guy in the world, but his mindset on winning and being a student of the game is the reason he's so good. And I think I would say maybe that Auburn game was one of those games where I was just like, he'll be special, and he is.
In the era of the transfer portal and just the ability to kind of move year to year, how much does it say when you go into senior night with a group of you that have been here for quite a few years? Just what does that say about the coaching staff and about you guys as this team, that you've wanted to stay here and build something? And that's kind of a three-parter here, but how much do you feel like the continuity of the team helps you guys as you've continued each year?
I would say the continuity's helped a ton. You alluded to it as far as, this is a transfer portal era. It's an NIL era. Everybody's, chasing money or chasing something else. But we have here, it's not tangible. It's love. And I think, to be in this program, you have to trust and you have to love, you have to work. And I think all of the 8 seniors have done that, especially the guys that have been here, Manny, Wade, Hayden, myself. We've loved working here. We've loved the work that we have put in. We've loved the highs and the lows. And I think for us, it's just a testament to to our families, about commitment, about doing the right thing. I'd say secondly, the coaching staff. They've done an unbelievable job as far as challenging us to be better each and every day. And there's a lot of programs that don't do that. They're quick to write off somebody, or we got to get this other kid out the portal. I think this coaching staff has done a good job of building us as basketball players, but more as men. This ball's gonna stop bouncing soon, and I want to have traits that I have made here, characteristics that I've built up here outside of basketball. I think we've done that. And then the last thing I'd say is, you ask any of those guys, especially the guys that have been here, it's A&M itself. is the reason that we stayed. We love the culture of Texas A&M. We love the fans. We love the, you know, the cult-ish thing that everybody says, but I don't think it's a cult. It's culture. It's a love and a willingness to want others to win here, and I think that's why a lot of the guys stayed. We just enjoy being here. We enjoy the school. All of us have gotten our degrees from here. And so I think, you know, from the coaches to the other players and to the school itself, that's why we stayed.
What's a cultish thing you've come to like about A&M?
I would say almost all of it. I would say Midnight Yell still blows my mind. Like I've been to a bunch of them. Like there's no way that there's 30,000 people out here at midnight the day before a football game. And when I try to tell my buddies back at home, like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to Midnight Yell. They're like, what's that? And I'm like, well, we're gonna go and practice yells that we're about to do at the game tomorrow at 8:00. They're like, it's so weird. I'm like, well, it's actually kind of fun, but I'd say Midnight Yell is a different thing and it's a fun thing. It's just so hard to explain with somebody who doesn't go to A&M. It's just like it's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. But it's fun.
How much is the, not to be like, not to change the mood, but how much is the 4-game losing streak weighing on the team right now?
Oh, I mean, we all know it. We haven't performed to a level of our abilities, but we're a super confident team. We always have been. We know our foundation works. It's proven. We've beaten really, really tough teams, and so we're continuing to trust our foundation, trust what the coaches are telling us, trusting with each other about, you know, we know we're on a 4-game losing streak, but we have to do a little bit extra to get out of it. It's just, you know, you're not just going to wake up. Auburn wants to win this game tomorrow, too. They're not just going to be like, well, A&M's on a 4-game losing streak. Let's let them win. No, it's never going to ever happen, no matter what league you play in. So we know we're going to have to do a little bit extra tomorrow to come out with a win.